Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been a very long time. I hope you all are doing well. I know that every time I post a video, I always say, hey, I'm like really into recording and I'm gonna start posting more, and then I go MIA for like a few weeks or months. Yes, it is very true. I have honestly been so busy with work that I honestly just didn't want to do anything anymore. And honestly, recording and editing my videos does take forever, and I'm just at the point where I do not want to do anything. But anyways, I wanted to give you guys like a life update. I'm gonna crochet while I talk to you guys, so that way you guys aren't just looking at me. But yeah, like I said, it's been a while since I've been on, so I've been really busy with like my job, but then also very burnt out. So I didn't have like the motivation or anything to record and really like do anything. I was in a really big slump in my life. Like, I didn't read, I didn't craft, I didn't do anything, literally. But thankfully we got this 3-day weekend, and it just kind of like got me to sit back and relax and then rethink about my life. So I'm gonna tell you guys that I have decided that I'm definitely gonna have a career change. So I've been working my 9 to 5 for many years now. It's like almost a decade, I would say. But I think I'm at the point in my life where I am kind of over the industry that I'm in right now. Like, I have no interest in it. And the same thing with my job. Like, I think I realize that it's not an industry that I want to stay in, and for me, I just have no interest. I'm not fulfilled with anything that I do for that job. I mean, of course I work, and I still work hard, right? That's why I'm burnt out every day. But it's just come to that point in my life where I need a change, and I just don't want to be in this industry anymore. And the industry that I'm in it's very stressful. My job is very stressful regardless. And there's a lot of work. It's really demanding, and so I just gotten to the point where I want to work hard, which I am, but I don't want to work hard for the industry that I'm in anymore. I have no interest. I have no fulfillment. There's like really, I'm not happy with it. And so I am gonna do a career change, but that is slowly going to happen because obviously I have to learn, right? So on top of that, like I said, I've been with the industry for a very long time, and I've been feeling like it's been really stressful, and I can feel it, and I can see it affecting me mentally, emotionally, and physically. And it's not in a good way. It's definitely in a bad way. And I just don't want to feel like that anymore. So if you're feeling like that, maybe you're not fulfilled with your job. And I'm not saying quit, but I'm saying like maybe look into other options. Maybe, if you like the industry and you want to stay in the industry, move into a different department or move up or something. Or just have some type of change. Do something to change it. Like, if I wasn't fulfilled in my role, but I wanted to stay in the industry, I would definitely work my way to move up, because I know that I can. I just don't want to be in the industry anymore. So I'm like trying to get out of it. And that's why like I'm doing the career change. And it's always a scary thing to do a career change, because you have to start all over again. My career change is going to be kind of like a different path, like completely different path from what I am doing right now. And the other hard part is that, I was contemplating, do I want to go to school for this, or do I want to self-teach myself? And I'm going the route of self-teaching myself because I don't have the time or the money to go back to school. On top of that, I feel like I'm like done with going to school too. And then on top of that, I kind of believe in myself that I can do it. I have to believe in myself, otherwise I'm not going to succeed. And this is not just like a 3-day weekend planning. I have been thinking about this for the longest time, maybe about like a year and a half now. And I just, like I said, I was so busy with work that I just never really had the time to really sit down and figure it out and decide, like, demand it for myself that, okay, you need to do something with your life that you want to do. Because lately I've just been feeling like I'm not living my life to the fullest, to where I want to be in life and be happy and satisfied. So yeah, so you know, as I mentioned, you know, I started a small business a few years ago, and it's not doing that great. And it's definitely because of me, because I don't showcase my products and I don't put a lot of time into it anymore. And it's because, and I know it's an excuse, but it's because I was so exhausted from my 9 to 5. If I really wanted it to survive, I could have, you know, continued to focus so hard on my business that I could have been successful. I know that. So I know for sure that it's definitely my fault that my business is not doing well. And so I've decided that I'm really gonna focus on this business. On top of that, my career change is I do want to, I've talked about it in my past videos where I said that I wanted to be a fashion designer. I want to make my own clothes. For sure, that is still a goal. And that is kind of going into my career change, is that I do want to, you know, do that. I want to get into the fashion industry. And I know that that is also hard and challenging, but I think it's not going to be like the luxury type brands. So I think I just want to do my own brand of clothing and everything. So like a small business, right? Still keeping it small. I'm not planning to go super large, because I don't think I have the time or energy for it. But who knows? Maybe one day I'll strive for that. But I have to start out small, because I have learned that in starting a business, with being a one-person business, with being a one-person's business owner, it's a lot of work. So yeah, so I mean, I'm gonna sacrifice a lot of my time now with doing my small business and then learning about fashion, making my own clothes. I definitely want to be successful in this. Like, this is what I really want. And it's been like this for the longest time. I just never really got to the point where I just really sat down with myself and really like figured things out, like, okay, this is what I want in life. I want this change. And so I'm gonna do it. So hopefully you guys will join me on this journey. Hopefully this is kind of like my declaration to myself. I hope to look at this video again and be like, yeah, I did it. So that being said, I do have plans to eventually quit my job, and I'm hoping soon, but like, of course, obviously not in a few months. But I'm like kind of striving for end of the year, which I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I'm gonna keep that mindset that I want to do it by the end of the year. So there's a lot of things that I have to really focus on, and that is my content and my small business. So I'm hoping to post more of my life, my daily life, and things that I'm doing for my small business, my samples, just like everything, honestly. I want this to work. So currently what I'm working on is I am working on some samples for my small business. If you haven't seen my past videos, I currently make pouches and makeup bags, or toiletry bags. So here's an example of one of my toiletry bags. I have bigger ones, so this is like more of the bigger one, and then I have some smaller ones that I've made. My company name is called Misu, and I have different designs for those, and then I make pouches as well. So this, you know, you can use it as, you can also use it as a makeup bag as well. You can put your makeup brushes in here, You can use it with putting your stationery stuff in here. I use it for my stationery stuff. But I have like a small size and then I have a larger size. So yeah, I'll link in my small business stores in the description, so feel free to check them out. But this is some of the things that I'm selling. The next thing that I'm working on selling are book sleeves, because I have been reading a lot lately, which I'm so proud of myself. I have so many books, and I used to love reading in the past when I was like back in the high school days. I would read so much, and then I got to college and I read a little bit here and there, but then like eventually I got busy with school and with work that I kind of just stopped reading. But I'm getting back into it. I definitely feel like these past few years a lot of people have been getting back into reading, and I love it. So I decided that I'm gonna make book sleeves for my business as well. I also need a book sleeve anyways, because I've been reading a lot more. This is gonna be like a prototype slash my book sleeve, because I wanted this. But this is Precious Moments. For my business, I'm not using this fabric though, because I don't have much of this. This is actually really old fabric that I bought from Joann's many years ago, which also I'm really sad that Joann's is closed. I cannot find a lot of fabrics anymore. Michael's does not have that big of a selection. I do go to Hobby Lobby, but like they close early and they don't open on Sundays, and I work until 5 every day, so it's like hard to get to Hobby Lobby. But they do have like good sales though. Like a lot of times they'll do 30% off. I would highly recommend going there when they have that percentage off. But they do have a pretty good selection. I would say it's not as big as Joann's, but it's still pretty big. If you have a Hobby Lobby near you that's like local. I'm gonna have to probably start like looking into warehouses for fabrics. But yeah, I wanted to kind of show you the fabric that I'm working with. I love Precious Moments. This is gonna be like my sample to make sure and see how well it looks. It looks a little small, to be honest. And so I am actually a little worried that it's not gonna fit my books, but we will see how it turns out, and see if I need to make it bigger or not. And it's gonna be like a quilted style, so I'm gonna work on that today as well. I also am trying to make myself a planner. So like I said, I've been like reading lately, and I've been writing down like what the book is about and just like my thoughts and stuff like that. I don't like to annotate my books because just in case like somebody wants to borrow my books or read my books, I don't want them to kind of see what I like and what my thoughts are. And on top of that, my personal preference, okay, I feel like I'm ruining the book. Unless I have like 2 copies of it, then okay, the first one I will ruin it and write my thoughts and everything in there. Like I can totally understand that. But if I have 1 copy of it, to me, I feel like it's ruining the book. So, but I like enjoy watching people annotate their books though. So do what works for you. Annotating is not for me. However, if it's like craft books or crochet books, fashion books and stuff like that, like I will annotate the crap out of those too. So everybody has their own preference. But I have like a little planner here. This is a very old planner, and it's like my pages are falling apart here, so I definitely need a new planner. And that's why I said I'm making a leather planner. I mean, I've read quite a few books this year, which I'm really proud of, honestly. I've read Good Intentions. That's a thriller book. I've heard a lot of good things about it. What did I think about it? Thriller is not really a genre that I like to read through. And without giving you much spoilers, I felt like there's a cliffhanger here, and I don't like cliffhangers. Unless there's like, it's like a series, right? I don't think that's a series. I prefer romance books, so that's my personal preference. Probably why I wasn't really into the thriller book. I mean, I was in the mood for a thriller book. That's why I picked it up, and also people said it was really good, so I decided to read it. I mean, I thought the storyline was great, but not really for me. I prefer like romance, romantasy, fantasy types of genres. I'm trying to expand my genres as well. So if you guys have any book recommendations, please let me know. I am also easily influenced. So if you like, Book Talk has me on a chokehold, and if I hear that a book is good, I'm honestly going to get it. And I don't like spoilers, so I will not do any more. I'll do like maybe the minimum research on some books, but I don't really like to listen to like the reviews and the ratings and stuff like that, just because I want to go through it and experience it myself and judge it on my own. So if you guys have any recommendations, please let me know. But just like a few books that I read. I also read Dante, that's dark romance. I don't really know if dark romance is really for me. I just kind of started getting into it just because I've been hearing a lot of people talk about it. Dark romance is, yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out. Dante was is good, but it wasn't really like that great, and definitely very dark. So if you're not into stuff like that, then maybe don't read it. But the great thing is that there are trigger warnings in there, so just know that you've been warned. I also read The Shepherd King duology. Loved it. Definitely highly recommend. I definitely want to reread it. Rose in Chains, I highly recommend as well. I really liked it. However, I thought it was a standalone. Like I said, I did not do any other additional research, so I was like 2 chapters towards the end of the book and found out that, well, caught on actually, that it was not a standalone, and I was a little bummed. I don't mind reading like series, you know, for books. For sure, I don't mind it at all. However, I'm really impatient, and I kind of just try to stay away from those unless there's like 2 or more books already out, because I hate waiting. And the reason for that is because like I'll lose interest, and I'll lose interest fast. So I'll lose interest, or I'll forget what happened, and then I have to debate with myself if I want to reread the first book or do a quick review on it and then go into the next book. Like, it's a whole dilemma for me. And it's me, okay? It's not you guys. But those are just a few of the books that I have read, and I plan to read more. I am planning to make a leather planner. I hope it turns out. Like, I'm honestly really nervous because it's leather, and I don't know how it's going to turn out. But I really wanted to make a leather planner, so I'm hoping that I can do it. And then if it works out, you know, maybe I will also sell it. Who knows? A few things that I am doing for my business. I'm making some samples right now on designs on like what I want to do for my bags, because I think that I do want to incorporate crocheting into my business as well, for my products. So I'm thinking I gotta start off small. I'm thinking about crocheting some book sleeves along with this. I just need to figure out what type of patterns I want to use for my book sleeves. So I am currently in this, reviewing this book, 500 Crochet Stitches. It's a great book. Highly recommend this book if you guys ever see it and you're debating if you want to spend the money on it. It gives you instructions on how to crochet, and then it also gives you patterns and instructions on how to create those patterns. There are also, I'm pretty sure, let me check, at the end of the book there are some projects that you can, let me see, oh, maybe not this one. Okay, so there aren't any projects that I like quickly skimmed through here. Typically for these types of crochet books, they have like, and even like knitting books, they have like some well, I guess like any craft books, they have like projects that you can work on. I don't think I saw any in here, which is okay. I'm totally fine with that, but there's a lot of patterns in here, really cool patterns in here that we can rely on. So I started yesterday on making my samples, but I'm doing the loop or fur stitch, and this is my sample. So I did it two ways, where I did 2 rows for the loops. So this is just the loops, and then this is where I cut the loops, because I wanted to see how it would look like, and then also to give me, like, you know, 2 options here. So this is the sample for that, and then I also did the thistle pattern, which is this one, and it looks like, you know, a little flower. So this is how that looks like. I didn't finish it just because I literally just wanted to see how it would look like, right? So once again, just a sample, but this is how it looks like, and I think it turned out pretty nice. Definitely maybe some color changes here to kind of, so you can kind of see it, but this was a little bit confusing as I was doing it. So I had to kind of really figure it out, like how I was supposed to do that. Same with this. This was a little hard to figure out as well. And then I have like a lot of other patterns that I need to work on. So I have quite a few things I have to do today, which is fine because no work today, so I basically have all day to craft and work on my business and focus on my business. I am currently focusing on bags, but I would love to eventually do accessories. So I'm also going to be practicing on making jewelry. I'm just gonna do like some samples and also for like practice, because I want to eventually sell some jewelry, and then also like keychains and stuff, and also make some charms. So be on the lookout for that. I don't think that's gonna come in for like another few months still. I have a lot to practice with that, and I'm extremely excited. I have so many ideas and so many plans, and I have so much beads and charms that I can work with to do my samples and figure out how I want to do the designs and everything. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna bring you guys along with that journey because I want you guys to see like my struggles and then also just be like very transparent on like all the work that gets put into it, the time and everything. And then I also like want to incorporate like the clay jewelry making as well into it. So I'm gonna try to learn how to work with polymer clay or air dry clay basically. And the last thing is I want to get into drawing. So I have a lot of ideas, a lot of plans. Like you can see right now, even like on this video, I'm a mess right now. Like I'm everywhere because I just have like so many things going on in my head, which is why I'm like trying to get into journaling now, so that way I can write everything down, my thoughts and everything, my plans. So I don't know if you guys saw my shorts, but I bought this from like a Japanese bookstore in Illinois, and this is like my my bags idea for my business. So I have like a few things written in here, like a few like ideas on what I want to do. So that's what this planner includes. But yeah, I think I want to do like a daily planner too. So either I'll make one, or I do have like quite a few planners that I do also collect. I'm pretty bad with that, but I might use one of those as well. But yeah, a lot to do, a lot of plans. One last thing, this is the book that I am going to be reading, Daggermouth. I've heard a lot of great things about this book, so I'm hoping for a really good read here. And I'll probably just bring you on the journey of me reading this as I continue on with my day as well. But like I also try to read at night before I go to bed. So if I'm not like recording telling you guys that I'm reading this, it's probably because I'm reading it before I go to sleep. So it kind of like helps me fall asleep, but I heard that people could not put this book down, so we'll see. Hey guys, so it is the end of the night. I kind of wanted to end this vlog showing you guys what I did today. After I did a few of the patterns, which I have to say, like, following the book kind of did get kind of confusing with some of the patterns. So I would say that while it's a great book, there are some parts where it can get confusing, so I would recommend like looking up YouTube or something for certain things, like how to do a certain stitch, because sometimes the instructions can be a little confusing. But I needed a break. I needed to give like my arms a break and my hands a break because I was starting to cramp up a little bit. That I'm also going to start making my book sleeves, because I finally made the book sleeve, and I have to say that it actually turned out, and it's a little wrinkly because I got like so like frustrated in a way, because I was trying to do the easiest way on how to like make this, and it just, my mind was just not working. So I was like kind of crumpling up the paper, I mean the fabric. So, but first, before I do that, I want to show you guys some of the samples that I made. I have it in this planner. It's just a temporary space for it right now because I really want to try to keep a cleaner space. So I just decided to just throw it in my planner for right now. So I showed you guys like the thistle pattern that I made. I basically have it in these sleeves, and then I have my samples and then just a little bit of information about it, just so that way I can like keep track of everything. So yeah, I think when I left off with you guys, I did make 2 additional ones. I was trying to make some other samples as well, and it was just not working, and I was over it. But I am gonna make more samples out of the book. It's not gonna be today. But this next one that I made was the cross cluster stitch. So it looks like it just has like, it's kind of like you can see that it's a little cross, but it's like a poofy type of cluster ball. So that's this pattern here. This next one is the chevron stitch. This is type 1. There's a type 2, so I don't know if you can see, but it's basically supposed to be like a V type of stitch. I think I messed up on my count, but it's supposed to like continue on as like a V type of stitch, and I just wanted to do like a really quick one. But there's a type 2, which is basically just 2 different colors. I do like this stitch. For my book lovers, I made the book sleeve, and I'm actually really happy about how it turned out. I was so nervous that it wasn't gonna turn out, and after I cut the fabric, I really thought that it wasn't gonna be big enough. I am a little nervous that I don't know if it's gonna fit though. So I do have my book that I'm gonna be reading, and I'm just gonna test it out and hope. Oh yay! Oh, it fits, you guys. I'm so happy with how it turned out. Alright guys, so that is the end of this video. If you liked the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Let me know if there's any like crafts out there that you guys would like me to try out. Any recommendations on like jewelry making, books, sewing, fashion, like let me know. I am open to it. I really want to know what's all out there and what I can do. I want to start making things my own, and just like, I think I'm like in this creative era right now where I really just want to start doing like creating things on my own. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and also like I hope this kind of motivates you as well, and encourages you to live the life that you want to live. And then also, like I said, like if you are struggling with your 9-to-5, and it's because maybe you need a new scenery, like something new, you know, try to work your way up or go into a different department. Or if it's something that you don't want to be in the industry anymore, look into other industries to get involved in. Like there is just a lot out there, and I know that I could definitely go back to school, but it's just not something that I want to do. So yeah, join my journey, guys, and I hope that I can motivate you guys as well. Take care. Bye.